Hey, shalom, Yasher Allah. Shalom, family. Hey, man, first and foremost, we want to start off by giving, of course, all praises, honor, glory, and thanks to the Most High God, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Mashiach Yahushua, man. Hey, double honors due to our General Yahweh all and the Sons of Thunder, who taught us his doctrine, taught us well, man. Peace, love, and blessings to everybody that is tuned in tonight, man, for another one of our glorious and beautiful feast days, man. Like we got on the screen, man, join us this upcoming May 30th for the Feast of Pentecost and May 16th for the new moon third month out in Atlanta, Georgia, man. For more details, I'm going to remove this comment off the screen. Definitely send us an email to sotfeastday@gmail.com for more details on how to RSVP and how to join us and how to tap in, man. Today, we not will be gathering in person, but hey, the gathering is through the spirit, right? For today, man, we know not everybody was able to congregate and everything today, man. So, hey, we figured that, hey, we're going to put on a live, man, for y'all. And, of course, teach the Feast of Simon, man. Why do we keep this feast, right? Why do we keep this holy day? Yo, a lot of y'all probably like, why are we even here right now? I'm on mute.
Is it just me?
I think it is. I don't want. Or let me know if y'all can hear me in the chat.
Probably just me.
Right, give me some sevens.
I can hear you.
Okay, con. And so, Salakia, we won't be gathering for New Moon this month in Atlanta, but send us an email for more details concerning Pentecost in Atlanta, right? Salakia, we can hear you, Adawan Yatham. I don't know if you can hear us. Gonna drop them down and add it back to the stage. Try to say something again, Adawan. Can you hear us? No sound. We're gonna get that worked out and everything. But hey, first up, a lot of y'all probably wondering, what are y'all doing with this Feast of Simon, even though it's not found in Leviticus 23, right? We're gonna discuss all these points, right? But we definitely want to make sure, of course, that we get some announcements out the way and everything. Definitely join us for the Feast of Pentecost out in Atlanta, Georgia this year. Oh, we got 2 Captain Yathams on the scene. I don't want to multiply.
Hey, shalom. My bad. I'm having some technical difficulties, man. But hey, we here now.
It's cool. I don't want you can hear us.
God.
All praise to the Most High. But yeah, that's what we got to do in these last days, man. We got to work like it's 2 of us, right? If it's like as if it's 2 of one of us, man, right? But at the same time, yo, definitely if you're interested in joining the camp, man, send us an email to sotisraelites@gmail.com to inquire about our next prospect phase. If you want to become a member of the camp, where it is you have the of course the support system of the leadership of SOT, but you don't have the added responsibility of teaching, send us an email to sotisraelites@gmail.com and make your request known. And of course, we can get you in as soon as possible, right? For our pillars of rest, man, for our sisters looking to join the body and help put your brick in too, send us an email to pillarsofrest@gmail.com for more details concerning how to join, right? I just want to shout out everybody in the chat real quick, man. Shalom, brother Kenneth Nance, man. Shalom. Most High in Christ bless. Captain Akawasha on the scene. Shalom, Adawan. Yabashima Shabakata. POR sister Nakamaya. Yabashima Shamartha. As well as to our sister Yolanda Denise. Shalom, sis. To the soldier Yaraya, man. SOT Baton Rouge on the scene, right?
Right.
And of course, if you haven't already, man, tap in with all of our channels, man. Our main channel, we just went live on there earlier this morning for our bar for bar lesson, which is actually what we're gonna go into quite a little bit for this teaching, man, right? If you haven't already, if you want to understand more so concerning those lines, be sure to go back to the main channel at SOT Israelites for more teaching concerning this, man, right? Along those lines, I also want to make sure I get everybody else, man. Shalom Soldier Warrior, SOT Bay Area on the scene. Shalom everyone. Yabashim Shabakata, the brother Yahawada. Shalom, King. And hey, man, everybody that is tuned in with us live and everybody that will tune in, man, right? But hey, tonight we're gonna be teaching you. Only you can do this thing, man, right? Wait, but first, am I missing anything? Do we got to cover anything real quick? Anything you think of, Adawan?
I know I had some technical difficulties at first, but did you mention about the new moon? You let them know about the new moon. We will not be hosting new moon at our original spot, you know, due to some devils. But hey, it's okay. You know, just another just another hurdle the Most High put in our way, man. Hey, we, Lord willing, man, we gonna overcome that. Hey, get a bigger spot. You never know. So hey, we won't be at the original spot. So please do not send the emails to try to attend that new.
Send us, I would say. Oh, go ahead.
No, I'll just say we might just have a small gathering, but it ain't gonna be enough room to host, you know, everybody. Well, as far as I know for right now, hey, who's to say something might not change? Some might change.
Encounter one. Keep the feast day location, and of course, I say the leadership over here at SOT in your prayers, man. Right? Keep the whole camp. Right? We consistently pray for our nation, man. Pray for us as well. As of course, you know, we try to do this for our people, man. Right? Try to hold the gatherings and everything, and try to be that sanctuary, that little that sanctuary for our people in the places of all we were scattered to. If y'all know that precept, man, let's get that real quick. I want to say that's like Ezekiel, if I'm not wrong. That go into that thing, but if we can't find it, man, then it's cool. Like a little sanctuary in all the places where we at, man. That's what we try to be for our people, and that's what we try to do right here, man. Because it can only be us that can do this thing, man. That can stand up for God in these last days, right? We have a perfect example of that through our forefather Simon Maccabeus, man, right? And we have that through all the accounts of our forefathers as well, man, right? We have examples of how to be and how not to be, man. And of course, we want to honor the famous men that the scriptures speak about. Give me Romans chapter 15 and verse number 4 real quick. Let's lay down some ground rules, right? Y'all over here with us now, right? We got to talk about this thing. Let me get Romans 15 and 4, and let me get Sirach 44 and verse 1 real quick. Check this out, yo. And also stay tuned for our socials for any changes concerning the feast day location, concerning any gatherings that we have upcoming as well. You want to be in the loop concerning Pentecost this year, man. I want to be there. I want to see you. So yo, definitely stay in the loop, man. Right? Concerning that thing. If a brother has that first precept that I was looking for, bring it out.
It's the book of Romans, chapter 15, verse 4. For whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning, that we through patience and comfort of the scriptures might have hope.
So the things that was written aforetime was written for our learning, so that we through patience and comfort of the scriptures can have hope in this thing, man. Right? We see how things is getting worse in these times, man. We see gas prices going up. We see a lack of regard and care for our struggles in this world, right? You got people like Chud the Builder that literally antagonize us, like out there in the streets, in person, right? With the visible firearm and mace, and he's just tempting our people, like, do something about it, right? Our people, we need to have patience and comfort in these times, man, as people try to trouble us, as we see life just starting a life for everybody, right? Yo, price of gas never been this crazy. Yo, price of food is bananas. I don't know what to say, man. They tweaking, right? Which is everything, right? So we got to understand, of course, that we're not alone within our battles, and we have wisdom on how to guide through these times, man. Right? Shoot, we was talking about that on the Monkey app last night, man. How do we know? Yeah, that's crazy. My eyes locked onto that number in the chat, man. I don't want Shalimar said what? Who? 140 what? To do what now?
That's crazy.
But our people, we paying that thing, right? because we still have to go to work, school. Right. Hey, brothers that's in the ministry, you got to go to camp, man. You got to do the work. Shoot, we got to travel. We got to see family. Shoot, you want to keep your social battery alive, man. You may have friends and everything, relationships you want to keep intact. Yo, it costs. It's getting crazy out here, right? So our people, we need that patience and that comfort that comes from the scriptures, man. We got to be like Soldier Uriah. We got to just buy a mule at this point. All right. Brothers got to get a horse now. Like Captain Akawashah said. It's to that point. It's to that point. You're gonna pull up to Tabernacles, gonna pull up to Pentecost on my foal and a coat like Christ had, like Yahushua had to do. That's how he pulling up the tabs this year, man. Everything costs too much, right? Shoot, we see it waxing worse, man. And of course, we don't want our hearts to be hardened by the deceitfulness of another way, right? Shoot, I got to get it how I live, right? I'm not going to trust in the Lord no more, man, right? Give me Hebrews 3:25. Check this out. That's the reason why we got to go live, man. That's the reason why we got to gather in person if we can, man. That's why we urge our brothers and sisters to come to the feast, right? We understand, shoot, I wanted to go to a feast today. But at the same time, we understand certain things can prevent us, man, right? But things like this, man, we try to do what we can for our people, man. Do what we can to stand up for God in these times, man, right? And brick by brick, man, we laying a foundation to build up that kingdom of heaven again, man, right? Let me get let me see what I want. Hebrews chapter that's Hebrews 10 and 25. Hebrews 10 and 25. That's it. As a matter of fact, start at verse 24. Check this out.
Brother got it.
Another one. It's the book of Hebrews, chapter 10 and verse. Which verse is that?
24.
24.
24.
And let us consider one another to provoke unto love and to good works.
So we have to consider one another, man, to provoke us, man, to push each other, right? To love each other even more, man, than we had before, and to keep doing the good works, right? Because in all labor there is profit, man. But we have to, but only we can put in that work, man. Only us are the ones that can stand up for God in these times, man. Yo, we gonna talk about it. I don't want to jump the gun. Continue to read.
Not forsaking the assembly of ourselves together, as the manner of some is, but exhorting one another, and so much the more, as ye see the days approaching.
Because we have to understand that it's gonna get worse before it gets better. Time's gonna get tough before it get good, right? But we have to exhort one another daily, right? While it's called today, man, and exhorting one another so much the more as we see that day is approaching. That's why I say, you know what? Hey, we just go. Hey, we ain't on out there. I was going to say something crazy. I was gonna get the cussing on here. Nah. Hey, yo, listen. We just gonna go live, right? Because we see that day is approaching, man, and we see that Satan, he trying to keep those bands upon our people, man. He trying to choke us out that little hope that we have, right? But we can't allow that thing, man. Why is that? Read verse 26.
Verse 26. For if we sin willfully, after that we have received the knowledge of the truth, there remaineth no more sacrifice for sins.
Man, because we too far into this thing, man. We too far to stop now, right? You went too deep. Where are you gonna go back to, right? talking about time's getting too tough, man. But at the same time, we start doing things like, you know what, I'm not trusting in the Lord no more. I gotta get it how I live, man. Yo, like you start shoot. What you saying?
Brothers gonna return back to their vomit.
Yeah. Like as we see times is getting more and more difficult, man. It's so much more important that we cleave onto Yahweh, right? And we have to follow that same example that our forefathers set in times past. Do I have any brothers hold anything else?
Sirach.
Sirach 44:1. Sirach 44:1. Let's get that real quick. Right, and let's follow the examples that was set for us to walk after, right? Check this out.
It's the book of Sirach, chapter 44 and verse 1. Let us now praise famous men and our fathers that begat us. The Lord hath wrought.
It's like it, because you think about our fathers that begat us, man, and thinking about the generations of old, man, considering our elders, right? Like the scripture says, a lot of our fathers, a lot of the men of our people, they didn't get a message like you have to keep the commandments of the Lord and have faith in Christ. A lot of them, they received the message of integration, like we talked about on Truth Tuesday. A lot of them received the message of, join hands with them, right? If you can't beat them, join them. They received the message of, just give up, right? Nobody's coming to save you. They received the message of, hey, the Bible ain't it. Come be a Muslim. Like, we received so many messages, right? So when it comes to that point, man, it's not that we don't quite have it all too much today. Of course, I say us for us, definitely within the faith, man. But this is what we had to do. We had to look back even further than our today's elders, man. We had to look back in the scriptures, and we got to do what? We got to look back at the men of old, man, and the example that they set and the message that they taught to our people, right? And follow that same exact example, because it's only us that can do this in these times, man. Standing up for God, man. That's the name of the game, right? Standing up for righteousness, We was talking about it recently. I don't know. I've been talking about this thing crazily, like a lot lately, because I just seen it. But it's some real life. No, we was talking about it last night on the class, man. He was saying we was dealing with some real life demons out here, especially in Chicago, right? But in all the places that we at, that brotherhood is not there.
Right.
That love for one another is lacking. Just righteousness. Don't even think about it. Right? Non-existent. So continue to read on that Sirach 44 real quick.
Verse 2. The Lord hath wrought great glory by them through his great power from the beginning. Such as did bear rule in their kingdoms, men renowned for their own, for their power, giving counsel by their understanding, and declaring prophecies.
Read verse 4. Check this out.
Verse 4. Leaders of the people by their counsels, leaders of the people by their counsels and by their knowledge of learning meet for the people, wise and eloquent in their instructions.
Leaders of the people by their counsels and by their knowledge of learning meet for the people, right? Oh, that's got to be us. We have to stand up and take that same position, man. You brothers studying the scriptures, you reading them every day. You trying to keep yourself as a suitable vessel, man, to serve the Most High. Hey, you going outside the Bible, right? I was talking with Daniela earlier, man. We looking into the language on these things, right? Looking at the Greek concerning these things, because what? We got to be leaders of the people, man, and have that knowledge meet to instruct them, man, because of all the strongholds that's been built within our minds, right? Wise and eloquent in our instructions, because it's not just any instruction, man. Oh yeah, you got to get you a piece, brother. You got to get the stick. Yeah, like no, we can't just give any instruction, but we got to give instructions in wisdom, right?
Right.
That's what we missing as a nation.
Yeah.
But we're gonna give an example, and of course, we're gonna honor one of our forefathers tonight, man, who set a great example of a leader by their counsel, right? By their wisdom, by their guidance, man, right? In a time where, again, our people, they was lacking in that thing, right? Our people was in all manners of way, they was following after the heathen. Oh, what y'all got going on over here? Y'all got the ham hocks on the whoo, like they was getting enticed by these things. Y'all serving who? Oh, we tired of keeping the commandments over here. And of course, to exhort our people that we can't follow after that same example of unbelief, man.
Right.
That same example of foolishness, man. Right? But instead, stand strong and rooted in the foundation that we've been planted in, right? You want a point you want to make on?
Hey, the brother making some mighty points, right? The brother say, only you can do this. Who else gonna do it, right? Lord had a question for us, right? He say, who gonna stand up for me against the evildoers, right? Brother, give me Isaiah 6 and 8.
Right.
All right, the Lord said, who gonna stand up for me against the evildoers, right?
Another one.
Just the mindset that we have to have as a nation of people, being that we are the leaders of our nation, right? It's our duty to get our people back on track and bid them back to the marriage, right? Teach them about Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, right? So bring that out for me, King.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 6 and verse 8. Also, I heard the voice of the Lord saying, whom shall I send? And who will I go for us? Then said I, here am I, send me.
Hey, this the mindset we have to have. We got to stand up. Hey, here I am, Lord, send me. I'm going to hold it down. I'm going to stand 10 toes. I'm going to be about my Father's business. That's the mindset that we have to have as the leaders of our nation, right? We can't have the mindset of typical Jake out here, man. Because, hey, Jake lost. He don't know what's going on out here, right? This the mindset that we have to have. Here I am, Lord, send me. I'm going to stand up against the evildoers, right? I'm going to be a commandment keeper, and I'm going to teach my people to keep the commandments. King.
A counter to one. That's absolutely right. Right? Who will stand up for me in these times, man? Right? We oftentimes talk about I'm getting ready to jump the gun like crazy, right? Let's get right into it, man. I want to get into this. Let's look at First Maccabees chapter 13 and verse 1, man. Check this out, right? A lot of the struggles that we face today, man, is exactly like us. Just to let me back off Adawan Yakim's point, yo, I was talking with a brother this past week, and he said, yo, it's a lot of evil in this world, right? It's a lot of evil in this world, man, but it's not enough light. It's not enough good to drown that out, man, right? And it's like, well, who do we have to blame for that? It's us, right?
Accountability.
We have to be doing more, right? Shoot, that's why, that's why brothers, they said, you know what, we have to join a camp, man, right? It's not because they be saying like a lot of reasons why we say, like they be saying niggas is Masons. I'm it's a cuss. I was on the TikTok live the other day. I was just like, come on. It was like last week, right? But they say it's many reasons why brothers join a camp. Oh, y'all just want to have the wives. But no, we have to be sincere, right? And it has to be out of a love for our people, man. Wanting to see us get better, right? Shoot, I remember joining the camp, man. It was prior to seeing my people, like my sisters out here prostituting themselves, man, right? a lot of our people don't see one another and say, "That's my brother." A lot of my people don't look to one another and say, "That's my sister."
All right.
So they don't have that sense of like that Romans 12 and 10. They don't have that kind of mindset. They see this is some other nigga, right? Who this y'all know what the sisters be calling each other.
Yeah.
Who this thinks she is, right?
Right.
And it's that evil lie, man, that reigns within our people, man. That ultimate curse that's got us in vice grips, man. Right? Yeah, they call us over righteous for trying to do these things, right? But nah, we have to change the trajectory of our people, man. Right? A lot of these things is going way too far, and at some point, and nobody's standing up in these times to stand against it, right? At some point, we had like our civil rights leaders, man. They was all in order, man. They was all speaking out against the evils, man. They would shoot a lot of at some point, the black church was fighting the same battle that we're fighting right now, man. That's love for our communities. That's unity within us, man. Right? It's getting so bad to this point, man, that even it's getting to a point where it's like Israel, we losing sight of these things, man. We started to try to debate with each other. We trying to get at one another, man. We trying to
save the heathen.
Yeah, we trying to save the heathen. We trying to bring everybody into this thing. Yeah, but only we can do this, man. Only we can do this for our people. Only we can do this for ourselves, man. Nobody can walk your walk for you, right? But we have to do this for ourselves, man. Right? When I teach you, I teach myself, right? We all got to look at these examples and take heed to them. Check this out. Let's go to 1 Maccabees 13:1. Now let's get into the lesson. Now this not gonna be no we just droning on reading the whole chapter and the whole account. Y'all gotta look at this on your own, right? Celebrate the Feast of Simon, man. This is a day of gladness and joy and mirth unto the Lord, man. Right? This isn't just Feast of Simon. We're not supposed to be going through the motions with these things, man. But instead, we're supposed to be joyous and happy to serve the Most High, man. The joy of the Lord is our strength, right? Cook you something, man. We teach that over here, man. You can cook on the feast days and everything, man. Cook you something, right? Enjoy your favorite meal, right? Hey, turn up for the Most High, right? Mm-hmm. I know some of us, we got to be right back at work in the morning, but hey, listen, keep it as best as you can, right? Yeah. And of course, it's not one of those feast days that you would find in Leviticus 26 where it outlines that, hey, thou shalt not do any labor or servile work within this day. So, but even still, we try to observe it as a day of reverence and of course, love for our people, man. We try to observe it as even still a rest if possible. But hey, keep it to the best of your abilities, man. The Lord, he desires those that worship him to serve him in sincerity and in truth. That's the ultimate spirit behind it, right?
Hey,
and that's the only spirit to do it. Go ahead.
Think about this. Hey, the Lord, think about the curses. The Lord put the curses on us because we didn't serve him with joyfulness and gladness, right? That's what we're supposed to be doing. Hey, we supposed to be keeping these feast days with joyfulness and gladness, man. That's the same reason why we got put in the position that we in, right? With the curses, we got beat upside our head with the curses because we ain't serving the Lord in joyfulness and gladness, man, with our whole heart. Like that's how he set us up to do. That's what he set us up to do, to serve him wholeheartedly. We supposed to be happy in this thing. Hey, it's the Feast of Simon. You know what see, y'all gotta go read the Apocrypha, bro. Y'all gotta go read what Simon, what he did. That's worth celebrating. Right? Brothers gotta get into that thing, man.
Hey, and Ottawa, that's such an important thing to understand when it comes to why it's important that you are an Israelite, right? You got something to look back to.
Right.
You're not just some Negro in the United States, some I don't want to get the you don't get the channel smoked. Yo, you're not just some Hispanic or some Native American that you don't know nothing about the people that came before you, man. No, you got written accounts of your history.
Right.
You got mighty men that you can look back to, and you can be able to say, man, I come from him. They do that with their forefathers, man. They look at Alexander the Great and they reverence that man, right? I'm not saying like you're supposed to like fear him like as a god or something like that, but no, you able to look back and understand that you can be that great. Right. You can be that kind of leader, man, right? You can stand up for your people in that same fashion, man, right? But of course, they did it in wickedness, man. They had the whole world on lock for God knows how long. And rather than making the world a better place for everybody, whereas everybody got free healthcare, everybody got stable housing, everybody got there's no food crisis or nothing like that. Instead, what? They decided to make themselves the greatest nation by being the biggest murderers, the biggest defilers, right? Yo, they got to be the biggest warmongers, right? They gotta be the greatest in elite. They gotta live forever. So we eating babies now, right?
Damn.
Yo, we got to get the adrenaline. Like, yo, they try to be the greatest nation through wickedness, man. Right? And we got to look back at a time where there was no mourning, right? Shoot, Simon Maccabee, he let peace be in the land during his reign. And that's the kind of reign that we look forward to through our Messiah, through Christ. So when it comes to that point, man, we're not going to get into the full teaching, but we're going to touch on the main points concerning why it is we observe the Feast of Simon Maccabees, man, because it's only us that can do this. We have to stand up for God and for our people, man. Bring that out in First Maccabees 13:1.
It's the book of Maccabees, First Maccabees chapter 13 and verse 1. Now when Simon heard that Tryphon had gathered together a great host to invade the land of Judea and destroy it.
And so Tryphon was one of the generals after Seleucid, if I'm not wrong, right? But at the same time, he gathered a great host to invade our land and to destroy it, right? They put in, as a matter of fact, we was talking about this on Truth Tuesday, man. All the plots and ploys that they've set in place to try to destroy our people, to try to destroy our nation, man. We see it coming from a mile away, right? All these laws that they want us now try to disannul, man. They trying to take away the power of the black. They trying to take away, like a lot of our people, they starting to like look up. They just like, yo, they not playing with you like how they was before, man. Right? They trying to take away like go ahead on.
Nah, I just say like them people look, I'm thinking this after hours too. I'm finna go to cursing. Hey, it's like
yo, shoot. No, it's just high energy, right? But at the same time, yo, they trying to take away again that black vote, right? And different our sisters, they proud. Oh yeah. But at the same time, we finna see again like a completely different side to them, right? And our forefathers was witnessing that at this point in time as well. Continue to read.
Okay. And saw that the people was in great trembling and fear. He went up to Jerusalem and gathered the people together and gave them exhortation, saying, Ye yourselves know what great things I, my brethren, and my father's house have done for the laws and the sanctuary, the battles also and troubles which we have seen. By reason whereof all
so he's seen the people was in trembling, in fear, man. And of course, we see these things happen within our own people, man. They wonder, yo, our people, they asking, man, who's gonna go for us, man? Right? Who's gonna stand up in these days? And should we see our people in all manner of states, man? They giving up, right? Our young men, they not trying to be nobody no more, man. They're trying to be a streamer.
Right.
Yo, we don't get this bag. We don't get the spread by this rap, man. Right? Or if they not doing that, they out here thugging, man. They trying to they trying to get how they live, right?
Yeah.
So our people, we've let this spirit take over us to where we giving up in these times, man. We don't have no trust in our God. That's why our job is so important of exhorting our people, giving them that exhortation, man. Let's get that definition if a brother can real quick, right? What is exhortation? Another brother, give me 2 Timothy 1 and verse 6. It's something cold about Simon Maccabees, man. And it's something cold about him that even his father, he looked at him and he noticed this about him too, right? Another brother, give me 1 Maccabees 2 and verse 64, man. We're gonna talk about this thing.
What you want to you said second
That
Timothy?
definition first, real quick.
Oh, okay.
And 2 Timothy 1 and 7.
Okay. If a brother could grab that definition real quick, I got second Timothy.
Oh.
I think I got it pulled
Definition of
up.
exhortation. Exhortation means an address or communication emphatically urging someone to do something.
And of course, exhortation going into what? The laws of God, man, the sanctuary, right? Keeping these things pure, right? Having that love for their people, man, to stand up in these days, right? We have to urge our people to repent. We got to urge our people, we got to believe in Christ. We got to put down Islam. These strange doctrines that come from the Christian church, man, the Trinity, right? We gotta urge our people in these days, man, but it's only us that can do it. These other nations not coming to, they may say it all the time, well, oh yeah, we know you're the Israelites and things like that, but you think they gonna really get the camp signs? They gonna get the Bible out and everything? They gonna go out there into the streets, teach? Oh yeah. And see, you Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans, y'all gotta repent and keep the commit. Like, they not doing that for you. They just not.
Yeah, amen,
Only
amen.
you can do this thing, and
Right.
it has to be you.
Right.
We have to stand up in these days, man, the same way that our forefathers did. When they seen that there was issues, man, they had to address them, right? They said, no, we can't let this spirit get to us. That fear and that trembling, no, let this go, man. We got the true and living God on our side. But yet, all these battles that we fought before, the troubles that we faced on behalf of us just wanting to follow God, man, on the show, our forefathers, they did that thing before, man. They faced troubles for just wanting to have that unity and love for one another, man, right? Our people wasn't bothering nobody back then. But at the same time, that didn't stop them from getting lynched, getting burnt on crosses and everything, man. That didn't stop them from that. They was just trying to live their lives. And of course, we have to understand that, we got to bring children, our little ones, up in a world that's kind of built like this, man. But it's only us that can change the state of this thing, and that can help us get to that next level, right? Read, as a matter of fact, continue to read verse number 4 real quick. Here's the reason why I say this, and why I say that Simon Maccabees is an example for standing up for our people and standing up for God. Check this out.
In First Maccabees still?
Come
on. Verse 4. By reason whereof all my brethren are slain for Israel's sake, and I am left alone.
So again, all of our brethren before us, man, we had our Malcolm X, right? We had our MLK. Now, brothers, you know, we get on it like they of course, you know, we oftentimes we end up finding ourselves discrediting them because they didn't have a full understanding of the truth, man. But at the same time, they still fought to make our lives better, right?
Right.
And of course, us over here at SOT, man, we still have respect for them because of that, right? But at the same time, and yo, and even at the end of their lives, man, many of them did realize what it is. They did understand a lot of errors that they made, and a lot of them was starting to learn the truth, man. Right? I was going over that with brothers at HOI at some point concerning Malcolm X, right? The things that he was learning at the end of his life, right? Yo, MLK came to that same understanding. Yo, I led my people into a burning house.
Hey, Salakia,
Go ahead,
they don't highlight that speech at all. They
everyone.
I had a dream that little white boys and little white black boys can come together. That I had a dream speech. They highlight that, but they do that intentionally, right? That's the reason why they don't highlight the other speech. His last speech, you know, I led my people into a burning building, right? He was coming to the knowledge to, man, maybe we shouldn't be around these people. You know, these people don't love us. You know, never trust our enemy, right? They gonna highlight the other speech because it's gonna. Then they gonna throw it into their school curriculum. You know what I'm saying? Hey, this Martin Luther King, this the real Martin Luther King. Do so you need knowing that it's like our children gonna take what he said. Okay, well, we supposed to be integrated with these people. That's what Dr. Martin Luther King taught. You know, the whole time he had this other speech. This was the real speech. Hey, they don't say nothing about that, and they not gonna say nothing about that. All right, hey, I hear King.
A counter one, shoot, because he already taught that thing, right? And of course, shoot, by then he even noticed like, yo, what's done is done, right? May the Most High have mercy, but it's like at the same time we have the chance and that ability, you know, to change that thing, right? He didn't have too many times, you know, to go out and to bring that point out live in the front of like a great group of people, like he was able to do with that I Had a Dream speech, man.
Right.
Whereas every week, you know, the Lord, yo, he give us that opportunity, yo. Every week, go out to camp, teach your people, right? Every day, it's some class, man, and you can read on, you can teach on, right? Yo, it's so much work that can be done, man. Give me Matthew 9 verse 37 real quick. We gotta have that mindset of, because when it's all said and done, man, that's it. Like Ecclesiastes 9 and 10 says, man, right?
All right.
Check this out.
Like,
And when I teach you, I teach myself, man. Bring that out in Matthew 9 and 37. I think that's right.
It's the book of Matthew, chapter 9, verse 37. Then said he unto his disciples, the harvest truly is plenteous, but the laborers are few.
So the harvest is plenteous, but the laborers is few, meaning it's a lot of work that needs to be done. But there's not too many people that's doing it or that's willing to do it, right? It's definitely not these heathen. It's a lot of them. But you think they gonna pick up the plow and push it for you? No. But at the same time, how would we be if we not willing to pick it up for our own and plow for them, man? Because we got to eat still too, right? Yo, our people, we got to get this doctrine, man, right? Read that last verse as well, man.
Verse 38. Pray ye therefore the Lord of the harvest, that he will send forth laborers into his harvest.
So again, that's why we pray consistently, man, that the Most High, he sends forth more laborers into this thing, right? That's why we commend brothers that's already in a camp. Commend brothers that's looking to join, right? As a matter of fact, if that's your desire, send us an email,
See that?
Get in contact with us.
See that?
Facts.
SOTintellects@gmail.com, man. It don't matter where you at, but only you can do this, right? And that's the kind of mindset we have to continue to move with, man. Right? It's
Right.
only us that can stand up in these days, man. It's same thing for our sisters. You can't, yo, our sisters were putting in a brick in the scriptures, man.
Hey, they got heels
But
on the ground.
heels on the ground, right? Shoot.
And
Send
that
us an
QR
email to pillarsofrest@gmail.com. Go ahead, Ron.
I'll just say scan that QR code right there. It'll bring you straight to it.
And tap in with us, man.
God. Hey, even if you don't
Shoot.
feel like, you know, SOT is the spot for you, hey, go find a camp to be with. You know, do this work. It don't. Hey, just because you ain't joining SOT, hey, we still love you. It ain't like we love. He going over there with them brother. Hey, all praise to the Most High. Don't get a bit. Go join the body. Come do this work. Right? We all got the same mission. Brotherhood is to find a chamber. Oh yeah.
That's right. And Adawan, even to that point, yo, I was gonna make a point. It's even to that point because again, doing the work to get from up out of here isn't just the street teaching, isn't just the lessons, the videos, man, but it's the gathering, right?
Yeah.
We gotta be adamant about these things, and we have to take hold on our culture again, right? Because only we can do this thing, man. These other nations can't be Israelites for us, for God to come back and get us from out of these situations, man. We say, I'm tired of this. I'm tired of living here. But at the same time, we have to be tired of being tired, man.
Yeah.
I'm finna start quoting Lil Baby, man. Because a part of you has to die that wants to do anything else, man. Right? I don't think they understand. Right? Yo, listen. That I've been listening to that song crazy, man, because that part is real. You got to be tired of being tired, man. Right? Tired enough to do something about it, man.
Yeah.
You know what? We're gonna get some coffee, man, through the spirit, and we're gonna push through this, man. We gotta endure until the end. Christ didn't say that for no reason, because it's gonna be difficult, but it has to get harder before it gets better, man. The brother asked that question last night, man. Why are we so certain that it's a kingdom? Because we see what's going on in the world today, but it's only us that can push for the kingdom to come, man. Right? That can teach it again. Because this gospel, because again, until the gospel is preached throughout all four quarters of the earth, man, we still gonna be here.
Right.
Christ said that day is not gonna come unless we do this work, man. Right? So we're making good progress. I will say that, but we have to keep our hand on the plow, man. We have to keep pushing and striving to do more, right? Give me let's go back to that First Maccabees 13 and verse number 4 real quick.
You got it, Daniela.
Slaki. Verse 4.
Come on.
That's Slaki. You want to first Maccabees 13 and verse 4?
13. Come
on.
Okay. Also, another brother get 2 Corinthians 8 and 12, the brother Kasap's precept.
By reason whereof all my brethren are slain for Israel's sake, that I am left alone.
So again, by reason whereof all of our people before, man, they've been slain, right? A lot of them went out for what it is that they believe, man. They asked a question on the live the other day, man. They said, is your faith worth your life? Right? Is what you believe that dear to you? Right? That's why I was saying we was talking about it earlier. If you want to learn more, check out that lesson on our main channel, SOT Israelites. Right? we teaching something specific at Method Crosshair. We're kind of, if you want to ask questions, we'll be hosting a live Q&A live panel tomorrow night at the same time. If your questions is on topic, we'll be happy to answer them. But I mean, we kind of we can get to some questions at the end. We can probably take some questions at the end, right? But continue to read.
Come on. Verse 5. Now therefore be it far from me that I should spare my own life in any time of trouble, for I am no better than my brethren. Doubtless I will avenge my nation.
Salakia, it's read out verse one more time.
Verse 5.
Stole my attention.
Now therefore be it far from me that I should spare my own life in any time of trouble, for I am no better than my brethren.
So again, be it far from me that I should at any time, not be willing to make those sacrifices, right? Not being willing to give that which I value in favor of something more valuable, right? At any time, man, because we know better than our people, man, right? Oftentimes we forget that thing, man. We was right there in their shoes. But like I was teaching in, I want to say my first camp video, man, we have to hope that the Most High brings them to that same beautiful light that enriched our lives, man, that helped us to become better brothers, helped us to become better sons, man, helped us to become better fathers, helped us to become better men in general, just all around the board, better wives, better sisters, better daughters, man, right? That same light that we've been brought to, man, the Lord, he can bring our people to it too. Because we see the darkness that they in, man, right? We see the pain that they endure in these times, man, right? So when it comes to that point, be it far from us that we should not be willing to do this thing. Continue to read.
Doubtless I will revenge my nation and the sanctuary and our wives and our children, for all the heathen are gathered to destroy us of every malice.
Yo, man, and they gather themselves to destroy us by that intention to do evil, right? They try to pit our own desires against us, man. They try to advertise things like sin, right? Shoot, and they got you to the point where you don't even read the surgeon label on nothing no more, man. Right? You just put it in your body. Like, yo, you don't look at, like, you don't care about none of the effects of these things no more, man, right? And of course, they gather themselves to destroy us, man. But we have to be that change that we want to see, man, right? That saving power for our people, right? We got to stand up like Judas in his day, man, had to stand up as a giant in the earth, right? That's why they don't like the Israelites, because we show something that they afraid of seeing, right? And that's us rise up again, man. Step up to our rightful place. We're not talking about really, we don't want to do anything other than build up our people, man. We don't want to have, I'll speak for myself, man. I don't want to talk to you other nations, man. I don't, talk to you about what? I'm not gonna get to talking crazy, man, but our main heart's desire and prayer is for our people to be saved, man, for them to be shown that light, right? Christ had that same mindset. Y'all say y'all get on the Hebrew Israelites, y'all say, well, hold on. Y'all make it a race thing, y'all make it about nation, but Christ never did that. Wait a minute, Matthew 15-24. The thing is with that verse, nation wasn't brought up by nobody but him.
Right.
That wasn't a stipulation that some Hebrew Israelite kind of just has scribbled in their Bible. Oh, I'm not saying, but nobody from the Lord. No, that's something that Christ said in response to another nation coming to him, right? So when it comes to that point, we really want to deal with our people, and again, feed the sheep, right? Because nobody else is going to do it for us, man. But it has to be us in these times, man. Right? because we the last ones left, man. We the last line of defense in this thing, and we can't lose sight of that thing. Continue to read.
Come. Now, as soon as the people heard these words, their spirit revived, and they answered with a loud voice, saying, "Thou shalt be our leader instead of Judas and Jonathan thy brother."
It's because
Fight thou
again,
our
they lost their leaders before them, man, which was again within their brethren. And of course, it's been the same case for us with many men before us, man. Our Malcolm X, right, who was pushing for again that separation from our people, from our enemies, man. That wisdom in the side of the nations, right? You got to gather together. Of course, he may have taught. Hey, I would say we're gonna focus on the good, right? That being, of course, that push for brotherhood and unity within our communities, man. And shoot, the same thing goes for many of our forefathers, man. Marcus Garvey, MLK, man. But at the same time, they're gone. Yo, the last one probably here is Al Sharpton, but he taking photos at the Met Gala. He ain't got time. He ain't thinking about you. He ain't thinking about y'all. Yo, he's stunned in this shiny suit. Like, yo, that's probably folly, man. I'm not gonna say he not thinking about us, but at the same time, who is? If it's not you, then hey, what we doing, right? So let's go back to that. So let's jump down to verse number go to First Maccabees chapter 4 and verse number it started verse number 47. This entire account is beautiful, but at the same time, you got to look into it, man.
Mm-hmm.
Gone on the wall. This the book of First Maccabees, chapter 4 and verse 47. Then they took whole stones according to the law, and built a new altar according to the formers.
As a matter of fact, I do want to answer this question. It's a simple question. Just real quick, he says, when your prophets are out there preaching, are they always preaching in the name of God as prophets of God? Yes or no? Now, we don't claim ourselves. As a matter of fact, give me Zechariah chapter 7 and verse number give me Zechariah chapter 7 and verse number 12. Check this out. Right? We don't claim ourselves to be like actual, like, yo, we prophesy through showing what it is that the scripture said beforehand, but we're not out there giving like new prophecies in the name of God, like this is it does say it, and we be giving new revelation, nothing like that. We prophesy through showing what was written aforetime, right? Check this out. Zechariah chapter 7 and verse number Zechariah 7 and verse number 12.
Con. It's the book of Zechariah, chapter 7, verse 12. Yea, they made their hearts as an adamant stone, lest they should hear the law, and the words which the Lord of hosts has sent in his spirit by the former prophets. Therefore came a great wrath from the Lord of hosts.
So again, we speak the words which the Lord of hosts has sent in his spirit by the former prophets. So when it comes to that thing, yo, we speak what it is that they spoke. And again, what they spoke was prophecy. And that would technically be teaching. That would technically be that, right? But we're not claiming that. We're not claiming that for ourselves, man. We just men that know the scriptures. Most High showed us a couple of things, and we try to teach and instruct our people, right? But yeah, that pretty much deals with the question, though. You can continue back in First Maccabees chapter 4 and verse number I want to go to verse 22 real quick.
Gone on the wall.
We don't look at a little bit within this chapter. I was gonna just jump the gun, just skip the whole way through. But now let's check out a few points from this thing.
This the book of First Maccabees, chapter 4 and verse 22. They fled every one into the land of strangers. Then Judas returned to spoil the tents, where they go much gold. Where they got much gold and silver and blue silk and purple of the sea and great riches. After this, they went home and sung a song of thanksgiving and praised the Lord in heaven because it is good, because his mercy endures forever.
Man, and of
Thus,
course, how we think to do these things if we don't know who we are and we don't know who our God is, right? We just think we just some blacks, some Negroes, right? But no, the God of Israel is your power,
Right.
and you have no clue of that thing, right? You so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, right? But our people, we had that sense of that thing. But who's gonna stand up and show them who they are, man? Right? Even the Lord knows we clueless out here, man. We found the scriptures to call us lost sheep for a reason, man. We call ourselves, we the Aborigines, we the Egyptians, brother. We really the Cushites, we Ethiopians, we everything under the sun, right? But a child of God, quite literally. We anything but the Israelites.
Right.
So when it comes to that point, man, and when nobody else is when nobody else really fits these prophecies, right? Fits the things that was written within the scriptures, man, right? Salam, my Nubian brother. You gotta be a Nubian. Who is that?
Right.
Yo, leave Noob Saibot out of this. We not playing Mortal Kombat. Yo, we not playing MK.
Right.
So when it comes to that point, right? Yo, continue to read.
Verse 25. Thus Israel had a great deliverance that day. Now all the strangers that had escaped came and told Lysias what had happened, who, when he heard thereof, was confounded and discouraged, because neither such things as he would were done unto Israel, nor such things as the king commanded him where he come to pass.
What verse are you reading?
I'm at 28 now, I don't want.
Verse 28. Keep you in First Maccabees 13?
You said 13? I was in
Yeah.
4. You had me reading 4.
No,
I don't want.
First Maccabees 3 and wanted you to start at verse number
I think you wanted 22, 13 and 22.
yeah. First Maccabees 13 and 22.
I got First Maccabees chapter 13 and verse 22. Wherefore Tryphon made ready all his horsemen to come that night, but there fell a great snow, by reason whereof he came not. So he departed and came into the country of Galaad. And when he came near to
verse 20, read verse 20.
Verse 20. And after this came Typhon to invade the land and destroy it, going around by the way that leadeth into Adora. But Simon and his host marched against him in every place wheresoever he went.
So again, at this point within the battle, at this point, man, we see the enemies all around us. We don't want to have enemies within us too, right? That's why, again, brotherhood is the final chamber of these things, man. We can't even do nothing like this right now in the state of our people, right? Because of how divided we are, man. And it comes to a lot of these different things like, yo, it comes through a lot of these different things like, yo, shoot, ploys that they set in place to destroy us, man. Counsels that they taken, man, and different things like that that's meant to separate us, man. But we gotta be the force against that thing.
Right.
Teaching again that brotherhood and that love for our people, man. Right? Jump down to verse number I want to say jump down to verse number 29. Not 29, but as instead verse number 30.
Verse number 30. This is the sepulchre which he made at Modin, and it standeth yet unto this day. I Tryphon dealt deceitfully with the young king of Antiochus, and slew him. And he reigned in his stead, and crowned himself king of Asia, and brought a great calamity upon the land.
Yo, man, you ask yourself, you trying to join hand with these other nations. That's why it's so important to take heed to history. If you fail to learn that, you're bound to repeat it, man. They're not even faithful or loyal to each other. How much more will they be for you? Right? We be so quick. Yo, man, we seeing it within our sister that just got murdered out there in Africa, man. Yo, they not your friends. They can't even keep it together dealing with themselves, man. Right? That's why the Lord, he wants us to have that love and that unity for one another, man. We can't be like how Otto was going into earlier with that with the brother that was moving crazy out in Louisiana. Right? I want to make this. I want to make this a city thing, but I want to make this a city thing. But it's a nationwide issue, man. Right? It's a brotherhood problem. It's a nation problem. Right? Continue to read.
Slakia, verse number 33. Then Simon built up strongholds in Judea, and fenced them about with high towers and great walls and gates and bars, and laid up victuals and therein vitrials.
Yeah, victuals. Yeah, it sounds like it's red. It's like it looks like it has like a C in it, but that C is silent. It's victuals. But yeah, but at the same time, we got to be that same kind of thing through the spirit, man. Because it's been strongholds that's been built up. Let me get 2 Corinthians 10 and verse 5 real quick, man. It's been a lot of strongholds that's been built up in the minds of our people, right? And a lot of doctrine, a lot of philosophy that's been taught to us, man. Right? Shoot, but we got to tear those things down, man, and build one up for our people, man. Things in righteousness, right? No, I give you good doctrine. Forsake ye not my law, man. Right? True wisdom and guidance to the spirit, man. That counsel, like we was talking about earlier. Bring that out in 2 Corinthians 10 and verse 5.
Okay. It's the book of 2 Corinthians, chapter 10, verse 5. Casting down imaginations and every high thing that exalted itself against the knowledge of God, and bringing into captivity every thought to the obedience of Christ.
So again, we got to tear it down and build something else in its place, right? That's oftentimes what we don't do as a people, man. We tear down the doctrine, we tear down the stronghold, and we cut them to pieces, but we don't set nothing back in their hand. We rip it out, but we don't set nothing back in their hand to have, right? And of course, they feel like they left with nothing, man. You feel like you just crushed a whole dang world, right? I don't know what to do with this. What you mean that that Jesus ain't the Most High God? Yeah, you show me that, but ain't this a salvific issue? Like, no, you don't have that burden to have to believe that, right? Nowhere in the scriptures force you to have to believe that Christ is the Most High God for you to be saved.
All right.
But that's something that you've been given. But instead, you don't have to carry that burden on you no more. That's the way we got to deal with our people. We got to show them that they carry an unnecessary weight when it comes to these spirituality, when it comes to these spiritual topics, man. Right? And remove that weight, man. Break down that stronghold and build something else better, man. No, Christ told you to worship him and love him like this. You got to keep the commandments.
Mhm.
You got to keep the laws of God. You got to believe in him. Got to set something back in their place and not just take it and just leave it empty. Just you got to put something back in their hand and not just snatch whatever it is that they holding on to and just leave it empty, man. Right? Replace it back with the wisdom of the Lord, man. That's the strongholds that we trying to build within the minds of our people. Because give me that Ecclesiastes 7 and verse 12, man. Wisdom is a defense, right? Is that Ecclesiastes 7 and 12, man? Brothers, I think y'all know what I'm quoting.
Go ahead, King.
This the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 7 and verse 12. For wisdom is a defense, and money is a defense. But the excellency of the knowledge is that wisdom giveth life to them that have it.
So again, wisdom is a defense onto our people, man. Right? That's we got to rebuild it in our minds, right? That wisdom of the Lord, not the wisdom of this world, man. What's the math? What's the math for today? What's the science for today, brother? And you trying to get that wisdom in the minds of our people, man. No, right? This is how you move. This is how you operate, right? Yo, this is gonna teach you good instructions of wisdom and equity, man. Right? Give subtlety to the young man, right? And to the give you discretion, man. You give that thought before you do something, right? These are things that we lack in severely within our communities. So to teach these things, man, it's gonna give us life onto us for having it. And not just for having it, like we was teaching earlier on the Patreon, but applying it most importantly, right? Before there was valiant men, there was teachers and counselors on this matter. I said teachers. There was teachers and counselors on this subject, that being wisdom and the laws of God, man. Go back to 2 Maccabees 13 and verse number 2 Maccabees chapter 13 and continue back where we left off.
Verse
34. Moreover, Simon chose men and sent to King Demetrius, to the end he should give the land an immunity, because all that Typhon did was to spoil. Unto whom King Demetrius answered and wrote after this manner: King Demetrius unto Simon the high priest and friend of kings, as also unto the elders and the nation of the Jews, sendeth greeting. The golden crown and the scarlet robe which ye have sent unto us, we have received, and ye are ready to make a steadfast peace with you, yea, and to write unto our officers to confirm the immunities which we have got granted. And whatsoever covenants, and whatsoever covenants we have made with you shall stand, and the strongholds which ye have builded shall be your own. As for many oversight or fault committed unto this day, we forgive it, and the crown tax also, which ye owe us. And if there were any other tribute paid in Jerusalem, it shall no more be paid. And look who are meet among you to be in our court. Let them be enrolled, and let there be peace betwixt us. Thus the yoke of the heathen was taken away from Israel in the 170th year.
Salakia. So pretty much what they're trying to do is create a peace treaty, right? Concerning, of course, who had their hands around the children of Israel at this point in time, man. Of course, the Greeks at this point, and they're trying to create peace with our forefathers at this point, right? And we're trying to get that yoke of the heathen taken away from us in this day and age too, man. The yoke of their doctrines, man. The yoke of their philosophies, right? The yoke of their spirit. Yo, because our people, we feel like we can't do anything without them. But instead, no, we better off on our own, right? But we don't want to do what it takes in order to have our own, man. But what's it's going to take is by establishing that code, that prayer, and what's that third, man? That community purpose, right?
Mhm.
That's what it's going to take,
Come.
right? Continue to read.
Come. Then the people of Israel began to write in their instruments and contracts in the first year of Simon the high priest, the governor and the leader of the Jews. In those days, Simon camped against Gaza and besieged it around about. He made also an engine of war and set it by the city and battered a certain tower and took it. And they were and they that were in the engine leaped into the city, whereupon there was a great uproar in the city, insomuch as the people of the city rent their clothes and climbed upon the walls with their wives and children, and cried with a loud voice, beseeching Simon to grant them peace.
Yo, man, it's just like Tupac said, man. Negroes love to scream peace after they start something, man.
Mhm.
I'm gonna get listen, yo. They was trying to scream peace after they don't start the whole battle, man. We read verse
Right.
1. It says what? They came to encamp about Judea, man, to try to destroy us, right?
Right.
But now that we pull up, shoot, and of course we applying ourselves at this point in time, man. Simon, he made an engine of war, right?
Mhm.
He's applying himself to put things together, man, right? To build something, but at the same time, we're stronger when we like that, and we're using our minds, because when we change our mind, man, we can change the world, and we apply ourselves, man, we can do anything, right?
Yeah.
But at the same time, a lot of our people, we not giving our all to these things, man. We just, as a matter of fact, not even giving our all to this thing, man. We don't know what to give our all to, right? But at the same time, he gave his all to the saving of his people, man, to the work and to making sure that they were safe, right? On
Mhm.
top of that, making sure that they was on the right path, because only the Lord can be with us if we keep in the commandments, right?
Come.
Any other way, we decide to be like them and trying to go up against them, and it failed every time. So that's why, first and foremost, man, he had to start off with, hey, we got to be doing our part. As long as we do our part, the Lord, he's going to do his. Continue to read.
Come. And they said, deal not with us according to our wickedness, but according to thy mercy. So Simon was appeased toward them and fought no more against them, but put them out of the city and cleaned the houses wherein the idols were, and so entered into it with songs and thanksgiving. Yea, he put all uncleanness out of it, and placed such men there as would keep the law, and made it stronger than it was before, and built therein dwelling.
That's an excellent point, man. And of course, the same thing has to go for us, man. Right?
Right.
We have to put out the evils that's within us, man. The evils that's within our people. All the uncleanness, right? And instead set up what? Men that would keep the law. And doing so, you're going to make this thing a lot more stronger than what it would be, right? If I'm not wrong, it was just this past week along the same topic that we had, like, was just like, it's a lot of evils in this world, man. The main things that we have to be overcoming is our own battles.
Right.
As much as we want to see other people get it, we got to get it too. I would say most importantly, or else everything else gonna be for no reason, right?
Right.
So that work, only you can do this. It has to be you to make the internal change, man, to do that internal work for us to get from up out of this place, man, right? Shoot, so that we can be that light onto the world.
Right.
But we got to make sure that our focus isn't set towards darkness. Because if that's the case, man, how great is that darkness? That's what Christ taught us in Matthew 6, right? But instead, he said, beware, be focused, and make sure that that focus that's on you is set on wisdom, man, that light, that instruction, right? Obedience to God, right? When I'm teaching you, I'm teaching myself, man. Of course, we looking at the actual thing that happened, but we taking this for instruction for us to apply to our lives spiritually, right? Continue to read.
Come. I start at the top again at verse 38. Yeah, he put all of the uncleanliness out of it and placed such men there as would keep the law and made it stronger than it was before and built therein a dwelling place for himself. They also of the tower in Jerusalem were kept so straight that they could neither come forth nor go into the country, nor buy, nor sell. Wherefore they were in great distress for want of victuals, and a great number of them perished through famine.
Yo,
Then
and
cry,
ultimately, he was putting BTA to these heathens, man. He wasn't letting them have no chance, right? A lot of our people, they would have folded. They would have said, you know, no, our forefathers wasn't going for that thing, man. Right? Continue to read.
come. Wherefore they were in great distress and want of victuals, and a great number of them perished through famine. Then cried they to Simon, beseeching him to be at one with them, which thing he granted them. And when he had put them out of their thence, he cleansed the tower from the pollutions, and entered into it with Salakia, and entered into it the 23rd day of the 2nd month, in the 170th and first year, with thanksgiving and branches of palm trees, with the harps and cymbals, and with viols and hymns and songs, because there was destroyed a great enemy out of Israel.
Man, so that's the reason why we keep the Feast of Simon, man. It's a day of great gladness, man. And of course, this being the 23rd day of the month, of the 2nd month, right? I would say like a week after the makeup Passover, a little less than a week after the makeup Passover, right? Is when we keep the Feast of Simon Maccabeus, because of a great enemy being destroyed from out of Israel, and also the cleansing of our people again from the filthiness that was brought in through the heathen, right? A constant reminder of even how we have to be within our walk, man, removing and purging out that evil, right? And instead keeping ourselves set apart for what? Not only for the love of God, but for the love of our people as well, man. Standing up in these last days, not only because it's only us that can do it, man, but we have to be the ones to stand for God, man, against the evildoers. Continue to read.
He ordained also that day should be kept every year with gladness. Moreover, the hill of the temple that was by the tower he made stronger than it was, and there he dwelt himself with his company.
Khan, and all praise to the Most High, man. Bosh, Shema Mashiach Yahushua. Hey, and let's get into a few more things real quick. Then we gonna get them up off of here, right? Give me let me get Judges 5 and 11, and also let's get John 10 and the example of Christ in John 10, right? So it's like 24, maybe 22, if I'm not wrong. But let's get that first concerning Christ.
You want the feast dedication, verse 22, John 10 and 22.
Yeah.
God's book of John,
Yes.
chapter 10 and verse 22. It reads, and it was at Jerusalem, the feast of dedication, and it was winter. And Jesus walked in the temple in Solomon's porch.
So again, when it comes to this point, it was a feast of dedication that Christ was keeping. Now, you're not going to find the feast of dedication within any of like the like I say, like the books that we had before. Like, for example, Leviticus 23, man, Deuteronomy 16, Exodus. You're not going to find it within there. Exodus 12, man, you're not going to find no feast of dedication. But at the same time, this is a feast that Christ kept. But you're only going to find it within the Apocrypha, right? I know my joint jacked up. But at the same time, you can only find it within the Bible, the scriptures that they took from out of the Bible, right? That being 14 books of history, 14 books that include wisdom, man, right? Accounts that you haven't read before. So when it comes to where it is that we get the Feast of Simon Maccabeus, it comes from the same accounts and the same men that set in place the Feast of Dedication that Christ himself even kept. So that's the reason why we keep it today, right? Especially because, again, we got to honor our famous men, like Sirach 44 and verse 1 tell us. But another thing as well, man, give me that in Judges 5 and 11. You have something to say on one?
Nah, I was agreeing.
I'll counter to one. Bring that out.
The book of Judges, chapter 5, verse 11. They that are delivered from the noise of the archers in the places of drawing waters, there shall they rehearse the righteous acts of the Lord, even the righteous acts toward the inhabitants of his villages in Israel. Then shall the people of the Lord.
So like it. When it comes to what it is that we observe today, man, we strive to rehearse the righteous acts of the Most High, man. Right? We had to go back over these accounts that our forefathers they set for us, man, to remind ourselves consistently, man, that none trusted in the Most High and was put to shame, man. With a point where our people was beginning to become afraid, they was beginning to lose hope, they was beginning to give up. Right? Our forefathers, he stepped up and gave counsel, exhortation, man, to do what? To continue in the work of the Lord, man, to strive to do more, to strive, to keep the faith, right? Gathering ourselves together as we see that day is approaching, man, right? Not forsaking that assembly of ourselves together, man. Let me get I want to say let me get one more, right? Because hey, listen, we got something prepared over here. We don't keep the Feast of Simon Maccabees, right? It's another reason to rejoice in serving Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, man, the true and living God. Y'all looking for reasons not to serve him. Oh, that's not in Leviticus 23. Now we not enforcing it as if though it's a commandment, or you're going to be surely he that does not keep the Feast of Simon Maccabees in the year 2026. He shall surely be cut off among his people. Thus saith the Lord, Captain Kwabza Allah said. Like, no. We're not saying that either. We're saying, well, what? What we saying is what? We keep these things because we want to. It's our desire to. Right? And it began because that joy of the Lord is our strength, man. We need more reasons to gather and serve our Father, man. We need more reasons to rejoice and give that thanksgiving and that praise unto him. Because there's so many things in this world that's trying to separate your mind from that love of Christ, man, from that love of God, to have you doubting him, to have you what? Bogged down with all manner of stress, anger, frustration, man. But instead, looking back on what it is that our forefathers did, man, when again they was met with trial and tribulation. And letting these things be for what? For comfort and to give us patience in our own battles, right? Because it's only us that can do this, but we're not alone either. Because we not only have ourselves, man, we have each other, and of course, we have what our forefathers left behind for us, and we have the true and living God on our side, man. That's what you got to remember at the end of the day. It's not about SOT, it's about Israel, man, right? It's about us as a nation. I'm not saying like, we are the end all be all. I'm talking about it's ultimately about the Most High God and his son, right? But we have to not care because it's just only happening to me, or because it's them, but it has to be a matter where we care because it's us, right? Because it's only us that can do this, man. Only you can complete this work, man, that can start it and can finish it, right? Hey, y'all got any precepts? we gonna close out the classes doing that. But y'all got any precepts or any points I want to add?
I mean, hey, I don't want to be the dead horse. Hey, brothers and sisters, I pray I was edified. Right, the captain brought it out mighty. You know what I'm saying? Brother
One
touched on
more.
something.
I got a precept. I got a precept. This is the
Bring it
book of
out.
Acts, chapter 14, verse 22, and it reads, confirming the souls of the disciples and exhorting them to continue in the faith, that we must, through much tribulation, enter into the kingdom of God. And that's what we got to do. We got to, through much tribulation, we got to continue in the faith. And not only that, we got to be out here exhorting our people to do the same.
Calm. Shoot, it's not because it's our Father's good pleasure to give us the kingdom, man. But we got to go through it in order to get it.
Right.
And plus, Paul's saying this to the disciples after he got stoned, dang near to death. Now that could sound crazy. They was throwing rocks at him. They was trying to kill him, right? They was trying to come against our forefathers in that same manner, man. Right?
Yeah.
Shoot, they buck up against us just because of what we teach. But at the same time, we have to go through these different things, because if we go through it and we make it through it, man, we gonna enter into the kingdom of God.
That's right.
If we endure unto the end, man, we will make it into the kingdom of God, man. That's not possibly, it could, you can probably endure, but even if you do endure, you might make it. Like, no, it's no uncertainty there. There's no uncertainty when it comes to serving the Most High, man. It's either it's gonna happen or it's not, right? So, and what we have to stir up within ourselves, man, is not having like that hopeless faith, like I was teaching the other night, man, but instead placing our trust in what it says, placing our trust with the fact that the Most High said it's gonna happen, man. Give me Sirach chapter 2 and verse 10, and another brother give me Nehemiah chapter 8 and verse number Nehemiah 8 and 10. Two of these quick precepts, quick on the swords, man, and we gonna let y'all up off of here. Y'all ready to enjoy the feast, man? I understand it.
Right. This the book of Sirach, chapter 2, verse 10. Look at the generations of old and see, did ever any trust in the Lord and was confounded? Or did any abide in his fear and was forsaken? Or whom did he ever despise that called upon him? For the Lord is full of compassion and mercy and long suffering and very pitiful, and forgiveth sins and saving in times of affliction. Woe be.
So when it it's just like it's always something more to add, because it's like a lot of these things go so deep, right? I'm gonna say screw it, and we're gonna be on here for another hour. We're gonna be leaving off of it on this joint 2 hour and 45-minute mark. No, right? But it says what? Look at the generations of old, man. Whom did he despise that called upon him? Right? And whom has he ever forsaken that sought his face, man? Right? The Lord is with us as long as we be with him, right? And if he'll be found of us if we seek him. But he won't be if we forsake him, man. Right? So stand strong and holding fast to what it is that we profess, man. Because at the end of this thing, man, no matter what it is that they throw at us, man, right? We conquerors through him that loved us. And on top of that, we'll get a crown of life if you make it through it. According to I want to say that's either 2 Timothy 4 or as well as Revelation chapter 3, I want to say verse 10 too, right? One last more, man. Give me that Nehemiah 8. Oh, go ahead.
I got a precept too. It's Hebrews chapter 6 and verse 10, and it reads, for God is not unrighteous to forget your work and labor of love, which ye have showed towards his name, in that ye have ministered to the saints and do minister. Just showing that we have to not only when it says and do minister, which we have done and we continue to do. And we that's our comfort right there. It's not, we can't just be like, oh, we may get the kingdom. No, Most High is not unrighteous to forget your works. So we have to continue to minister and do ministers.
That's an excellent precept, right? What was the other one?
I said that's a good point.
Yeah, because again, everything that our forefathers did aforetime, man, it was remembered for that. Yo, they got books read after them.
Mm-hmm.
Their accounts is here for us to read, right? Think about the legacy you can leave behind for you and yourself, man, for you and your family, right? Yo, I came into this thing, this age, hit the ground running, man. Continued in the faith, man. Yo, took a couple of hits, got back up, never gave up. And yo,
Right.
this is where we at with it today, man. Lord willing, we could be saying that in the kingdom.
Right.
But it's like God, he's not unrighteous to see that work that you put in and the fact that you making that effort and to just say, well, you know what?
Yeah, no.
It's not on like, yo, like, nah. The Most High, he wants to do that thing for you, right? Bring that on in what's it called? Nehemiah 8.
What verse you on it? Nehemiah 8 and what?
10.
Right.
You got it or what?
Gone out of one. It's the book of Nehemiah, chapter 8 and verse 10. Then he said unto them, go your way, eat the fat, and drink the sweet, and send portions unto them, for whom nothing is prepared for this day is holy unto our Lord. Neither be ye sorry, for the joy of the Lord is your strength.
Wait, so what is our strength, man? Read that last part one more time.
For the joy of the Lord is your strength.
Yo, man, the joy of the Lord is our strength, man. Stand strong within that thing. Stand focused within that thing, man. Yo, and keeping that earnest mindset to want to serve him, man. Right? That spirit of sincerity and in truth. So with that, man, we're going to close up by giving, of course, all praises, honor, glory, and thanks to the Most High God, Yahweh, Ba'Shem Mashiach Yahushua, man. Double honors due to the general, y'all all in the outer wave over here at the Sons of Thunder, who have taught us his doctrine, taught us well, and all the elders in leadership that, man, who have been teaching this word and instructed us and built us up and set us on the right path through the spirit and power of the Most High God, man. Peace and blessings to the hopeful less scattered abroad, man. It's going to be your brother, Captain Quabza Allah, that I was here with.
Hey, Khan, hey, Shalom Israel. It's Captain Yatta off the scene.
Soldier Daniel Allah.
Soldier Ward.
And again, we're with the Sons of Thunder Israelites. Our heart's prayer and desire that all Israel may be saved. Kwame Ashala.
Kwame Ashala. Shalom. Shalom.
Shalom.
Thank you for watching. If you wish to donate, you can use Zelle or PayPal. We're the Sons of Thunder. It's our heart's prayer and desire for Israel that they might be saved. Shalom.